Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead. We're going to be doing another Q&A video leading up to the season finale for Season 1 of The Ones Who Live. We're also going to talk about Dead City filming soon and a upcoming sneak peek for the Daryl Dixon second season after the finale of Ones Who Live this Sunday. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for the Walking Dead universe. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a discussion video and another Q&A video leading up to the season finale for the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. We're going to go over some of your questions, some of your comments, of course, because it does air, well, technically tomorrow night, but Sunday for AMC viewers and AMC Plus viewers as well, too. Very excited for this finale. Very excited to be getting into this one. The last episode of The Ones Who Live. Then we'll be able to collectively look at this show as a whole and give our thoughts. We're going to do a video where we rank all the episodes. We're going to rank all the characters and, kind of look back on the season overall. So we'll be doing that in the upcoming week or so. But, yeah, in terms of Ones Who Live, I've been going really good, definitely really been enjoying the show, and I'm excited to see how it all kind of wraps up here in a couple days. Now, I grabbed a lot of your comments, but we're also going to get into a few things beforehand. I want to talk about Daryl Dixon, first off. I was informed that apparently there's going to be a sneak peek for the first episode after the airing of the finale, it sounds like, on Sunday, so be on the lookout. Sounds like there's a sneak peek for the Daryl Dixon premiere. Apparently it's including Carol, from what I've heard, so I'm not sure if it's going to be anything too big, but I'm sure it'll be enough of a scene to kind of give us a vibe for the season, an idea of what it's going to be like. Because obviously I do know that most of that first episode, if not all of that first episode, is going to be Carol focused, while she's out there looking for Daryl, trying to, track him down and stuff like that. So, should be an exciting premiere. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to seeing what they got for us, because I'm assuming Carol's going to be mostly leading that episode. So, yeah, we'll be definitely covering that sneak peek probably on Monday once we're all done with the Ones Who Live stuff. And, Dead City, I am also aware, is going to be starting filming here in about another week's time, I think. I think it's April 8th, I believe. So, yeah, a little bit over a week, something like that, which is pretty exciting. There was a photo released of Lauren Cohan in like a new outfit, and then I found out that it wasn't for Dead City. I thought it was, admittedly, at first, but I was like, no, okay, I guess it's not. But yeah, there was like a new photo. I think she's in like some kind of like new music video or something, but I saw people sharing it. I was just like, oh, what? And then I was like, oh crap, no, not yet, But anyway, pretty cool. And then yeah, for Ones Who Live, again, I'm just hoping this finale delivers, man. I really am. But speaking of that, let's get into your comments and questions now. So starting off with Tyler, who says that, Dan, do you see a scenario where maybe Rick ends up getting away at the end of the episode, but Michonne decides to stay back at the CRM for cover and for assurance and stuff like that, and maybe that's how the season ends? Now, personally, for me, I would love that, because it would feel real. You'd have Rick that manages to get away, Rick that gets back to the family. 201 literally could be about Rick meeting up with Judith, which would be so good. But Michonne stays back, and it actually feels like we have some realism here, Like, not both of them can get away. Because, here's the thing, if Rick is the one that has to stay there and Michonne goes back to the kids, it just feels like very, like, okay, like, what was the point of all this? Like, Rick's just caught again, But if Rick gets away and Rick makes it back without Michonne, and he lets them know what's going on, oh man, that would hit different, I'm telling you right now. And imagine seeing like a season 2 trailer for this show where you have like Judith with Rick, like you see a scene in the season 2 trailer where Rick is talking to Judith about Michonne and about what they were trying to do. Absolutely would be insane. I would love that. I think that would be such an amazing idea. I don't know if they'll do that, but it'd be really good if they did, But anyway, that's kind of just me having wishful thinking, but maybe not. Maybe Rick does get away and Michonne gets caught. I don't see a scenario where they both get away, so that's why I'd say I'd rather Michonne get caught, because it's been longer for Rick. It's been way longer that people have thought that he's, dead or just gone for good or whatever. So, yeah, I would definitely say that bring Rick back. By the end of the season, bring Rick back, have him go on his way, and then by season 2, have him be at the Commonwealth. Absolutely. That'd be really good. Plus, they still have the Commonwealth set available. I know that that set is still there to this day. They haven't torn it down. So they could easily use that for Season 2 of Ones Who Live, if they do a Season 2 of Ones Who Live, that is. So, I don't know. I think that's like a match made in heaven, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. The next one comes from Jordan, who says that, Dan, do you think that Rick ends up hearing Morgan's voice on a walkie-talkie at the end of Season 1? And maybe even CRM recognizes that Rick messages Morgan back, and they pick up on the fact that Rick has heard the message. So, yeah, that'd be pretty insane. You guys know me. That's my number one hope for this finale, is that Rick and Morgan get to hear each other, at least on a walkie-talkie or something cool like that. I don't think that's, impossible. I mean, frig me, there's a shot right here where Rick's on a friggin' walkie-talkie. Like, make it happen, man. Like, it would really, really make me happy to see that. But they're probably not going to do it. They're probably not going to do it. But, it really sucks, because I would love to see it. Maybe in a second season we could get it. We know they're going to do it at some point. It's just a matter of when. There's no way they set up that Morgan ending at the end of Fear just for nothing to happen, That is connecting to something. I just don't know when it's going to be or how it's going to go down or anything like that. But either way, I'm very excited when it eventually happens to see how it goes down, and how their meeting goes. I think over walkie-talkie, them, hearing each other for the first time would definitely be really cool, because it's like now Morgan actually answers, this time. Like now Morgan's calling out for him, and now Rick communicates back. I mean, literally, we've had 14 years of this franchise where every single time when they try to radio each other, no one responds. I think it'd be a really nice break the cycle, if you will, that finally they're able to hear each other on the other end. I think that would be so perfect. But again, that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but I would love it. I know there's not too many Morgan fans out there, but I'm a Morgan fan, so it is what it is. Yeah, and like I said, I know Fear kind of ruined him in some areas, but I'm not gonna let that get to the character. There's easy ways to repair that. There's easy ways to fix that, and honestly, it's not impossible at all. But yeah, seeing that communication, that would be pretty damn amazing, I must say. Next one comes from Iron, who says that, Dan, do you think the Dead City, when it comes back in 2025, will make things matter more? Because I've noticed with the Ones Who Live in Daryl Dixon, they actually have a purpose to them. Meanwhile, Dead City just feels like it's stuck in the past and it has no purpose. No, I agree with you. I do agree with you. As much as I enjoyed Dead City, you guys know I really enjoy Dead City. I think it's really good. I do acknowledge the flaws it has in terms of the timeline being way too far in advance. And yes, I do acknowledge that the show is very much trapped in the past, because with the Daryl show, you're developing the walkers, you're showing us another part of the world overseas, you're showing us how walkers work, you're giving us experiment scenes, things that we've never experienced before. That's what makes the Daryl show so good, And then with obviously, our characters in Ones Who Live with Rick and Michonne, I mean, that's a huge corporation, that's a huge organization, huge military. Rick and Michonne returning, that's a huge, thing for the franchise. But with Dead City, it's like, it just feels like, to me, more Season 11, and I do agree with that. It, besides the setting of New York, it just feels like a high-budget Season 11. It really does, with them two bickering the whole time, and, arguing, and Maggie being, just really frustrating to watch at some times. I'm not going to lie to you. Which, again, I've heard that complaint a lot online, is that Maggie's very annoying to watch in Dead City, and I could agree in some areas. I don't hate the character. I never really have ever hated the character, but I understand people's frustration, and I understand Maggie's frustration too. I'm not saying it's unrealistic. It's very realistic, She doesn't want Negan, the guy that killed her husband, to help her. Out of all people that could help her, he's the one she has to go to for help for her son. Look, I get it, man. I get it, but it's not like, you can't do this forever on a TV show. You can't do this, I hate you, you hate me, I hate you, you hate me. And Negan consistently has been trying to make things right. It's not like it's Negan's fault. Negan's been doing everything he's needed to do. It's Maggie. She just won't let it go, and that's what Negan said in the finale. So I hope that Season 2 they find a solution to this. I hope Maggie just backs off, to be honest. Especially if some of the fan theories are true, which this is very unlikely, but especially if the fan theories are true that we could get Dwight at some point in this show crossing over, maybe with Sherry, they're going to have a bone to pick with him too. So at least let Maggie lay off, before you do that. You got to do it, man, because it's really frustrating. I really hope they see the light, and Maggie telling Herschel at the end of season 1 that she needs to finish this thing with Negan means, like, I need to be done. Like, that needs to be, I need to, focus on my kid, focus on my community, focus on my people, and, really just, wrap that thing up with Negan. I really think that would work a lot better, but, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what they do. It's a matter of time, really, but, we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Next one comes from Beaver, who says that, Dan, I'm just curious, because apparently Terry O'Quinn is 71 years old, and he's going to be turning 72 in July of this year. From what my understanding is, Mason Beal was 16 years old in The World Beyond. Do you really mean to tell me that Major General Beal was in his 50s when he first had his son? I'm just curious. I'd like to know who the mother is of this kid as well, too. So, and he says, I'm only half kidding when I say this. So, no, I get you, man. Honestly, it's ridiculous because I don't know exactly what's going on with that. Mason Beal has not shown up in this show yet. They haven't acknowledged that Beal has a son at all. Hell, they haven't acknowledged that Beal's a big character at all anyway. Like, it's all been Jadis. It's all been, this and that. I think that's my one disappointment with this show is the amount of Beal we've had. Hopefully the finale will change that for me, but yeah, I will say that is a very disappointing element of it. It's not, it's not one of those things where I'm going to flaw any of these 5 episodes about it because it's kind of an overarching problem, but yeah, I do really wish we got more Beal at this point. I really do, but, again, maybe the finale will kind of be like, no, the wait was worth it, like, that's amazing, I hope that happens, but again, we'll have to see. But in terms of Major General Beal and his son, yeah, he's a little old for him, I'll say. I would have personally made it to where it's his grandfather. I think that would have been fine. And maybe his parents died or something when he was young, and Beal took him on, and raised him the way he needed to be raised and stuff. It would actually add to Beal's character. It'd be different, I think that would work very well. But it sounds like that's not what they're doing. But I think Major General Beal being his father was something that they put in the scripts before Terry O'Quinn was chosen, and then they loved Terry O'Quinn so much that when the guy said yes, they were just like, we'll figure it out, which I don't blame them because Terry O'Quinn's amazing. Terry O'Quinn, he's really good. I want to see him, damn it. I want to see more of him, But finale, I know. But I wish he had more this season. I really do. And one things off for today with Jannard, who says that, Dan, do you think that Father Gabriel will potentially be upset at Rick and Michonne in the finale or whenever he pops up because they killed Jadis? Do you think he could even turn on them? No, it's not in Gabriel's nature to turn on Rick and Michonne, especially seeing Rick alive in general. I think Gabriel's actually going to be pretty pissed about the idea that Jadis kept that from him all that time, that Rick was alive. Especially when he finds out that Jadis has been holding him there that whole time, and then he notices that Rick's been held there for like 9 so years, and finds out that because Jadis held him there so long, Rick tried to escape and cut off his hand. I don't think Gabriel's going to respect that at all. I think Gabriel's going to be like, no, yeah, did you kill her? Yeah, good. I feel like it's going to be one of those scenarios, So, yeah, he had feelings for her, but I think he has more faith and more loyalty to his friend than he does to some chick in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I think Gabriel will understand that. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, though. I do hope that Jadis is brought up for sure. I hope they don't just kind of not mention that, But I hope that Gabriel also meets up with them at some point. I don't think Gabriel's in this finale. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think he is. But I do think that we could see a scenario where he is a major star in season 2. Like if they make a season 2, he's going to be one of the main characters. I could easily see that. So yeah, guys, that is it for the Q&As for Ones Who Live. That's it. We're going to do, of course, another one after the finale's done, but in terms of leading up to the finale, that's it. Again, we're going to do a Let's Chit Chat video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all for the great questions over the last 6 weeks. All these Q&A videos have been really fun to do, and, well, it's come down to this, y'all. We're here. It's time to see what this finale is all about. It's time to see what everything's all about, how it's all going to wrap up. God knows what we're heading into, but I'm excited for it. So, anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. And, of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.